everyone, Amber
Jim.
from Let's Go Duo. Today we want to give you a quick introduction of who we are, a little bit about our RV, this guy back here, and kind of fill in the blanks.
I am a U.S. Army veteran. I served with the 82nd Airborne Division a long time ago. I am retired from a state police law enforcement agency after 22 years. I now work for a DoD, Department of Defense, work in the Department of Defense industry is what I'm doing now.
So I went to school for business, and in the first few years after school, I did real estate, and I also worked in human resources at a hospital. I found that I really enjoyed marketing, and that's where we met. So now I do kind of my own thing, contract work with law enforcement agencies, and then I also work full-time with a state police agency. So that brings us to where we met, which was in the law enforcement profession. And this guy worked there for many years, and we became friends. And fast forward quite a few years, and now we are married, and you're seeing it all. Lovely RV that we get to travel around in once in a while. Do you want to talk about our RV?
Our RV is a 2006 Winnebago Vectra, and the model is a 40 FD, so it is a diesel motorhome. How we found it, it's obviously it was used. We've had it now. I think we're going into our third year. Mm-hmm. It was used. It's used to us. Amber's the one that located it online. She had pretty strict parameters on what she was looking for. My only real requirement was it needed to be a diesel.
And you wanted it to be huge.
Well, huge. You can never. If you want something bigger, it's hard to transition to something bigger if you already have it. But I definitely wanted it to be a diesel, and she had kind of tracked this one down online, and that's how it went. I ended up going to see it, and it was really a fantastic deal. It was a really sad situation, for the reason why the coach needed to move, but
we did a private sale.
That's how we got a hold of it. So. It was in really phenomenal shape when we got it. It still is for its age. So that's what you're seeing the videos on is that current coach that we talked about.
I have never been a camper, if you will. So we like to call it, I guess everyone says glamping. When people say, oh, are you going camping this weekend? I do have to say that feels like a lie if I say yes, because we do have a dishwasher, a fireplace, a couple TVs. Definitely not really camping, but it gets us to where we need to go, and it allows us to see new sights and have a lot of fun doing it. And that's why we want to have this channel and show you the new places that we go. And then this guy here does a lot of work on it himself. So it saves us money. So yes, it's an older model, but we're able to keep it up and running, and it looks beautiful. You would never know its age or how long it's been around. A question we get often is, do you live in your RV, or is this something you use part-time?
We do not live in it. It is a part-time thing for us. So we currently, I think last year we only averaged. We both work full-time. We have full-time.
More than.
Full-time, yeah. She works probably 65, 70 hours a week, but. So it is part-time for us, so we do get out as much as we can to do. I think the first year we probably had about 32 days we spent inside of it, which was a lot for us based on everything else we were juggling. So far this year we're off to a good start, as we've documented some of our trip already that you've seen. So we already have about 2,600 miles under our belt so far this year, which our season started only about 3 weeks ago or so. So. For us, so hopefully, I think we have probably about eight or nine trips scheduled this year. So yes, it is a part-time. We do not live in it.
No, although when
not yet.
Yeah, no.
One of the reasons for the channel for us is I do a lot of mechanical work myself. I do work on the snowmobiles myself, the engines, etc. I'm not a diesel mechanic. You won't see any videos about me pulling any diesel things apart, as you saw in one of the videos we had already put up about the breakdown. But as far as things basic things, or I say basic, but things about the RV that break, you know, whether it's a dishwasher or a washer and dryer. I love tearing into that stuff. Same thing with anything else around the house, whether it's electrical or whatever. So some of that is like, you know, she says to me, you should tape that. People would really want to know it, and it's true. You take some of it for granted, and obviously YouTube's a fantastic resource when it comes to just about everything. Of course, one of the keys with that for me is qualifying what you're watching, because anybody can make a video about and make it sound like they know what they're doing. But so anyway, anything that we put out, I'm not a trained HVAC person or anything like that. It's just from years of messing around with the stuff. But so we'll be documenting a lot of that. I've already tackled the washer and dryer combo, which you'll see coming up. One issue we had with that, and so on and so forth. So a lot of that is that. I enjoy doing it. If it breaks, I love getting into it and trying to fix it. And hopefully that can be helpful to some folks. Because what you'll find is most people have the same issue. You know, if you Google, why is this not working, or please help me. I mean, I belong to the forums like you do, whether it's the Winnebago forum or whatever, because specific reason I want to see what you guys are experiencing and figure out how to fix it. So that's one of the reasons.
And don't let him fool you. He can fix basically anything. If there's a problem, he's on it and he's got it fixed. And it's rare we have to call someone out to our house or the motorhome. So we're pretty lucky.
Right. Except for a transmission control module. But we got into that already.
Yeah, you've seen that one.
I can fix it next time.
A big question we get is, do we travel with anyone? We do not have young kids or anything of that nature. But we have this guy back here who's been quietly napping. We'll bring him over in a minute. So he is going on 1.5, a teacup Pomeranian. So if anyone has a small dog, a teacup Pomeranian, or just a Pomeranian in general, you know that they like to bark. So we've had to come up with some measures and some good ways to spend time in a campground and also train him so that we can leave the motorhome. And he's been doing a lot better. So this is our second year working on that with him. So anything you want to add on teacup?
No, you know, and just on the side note, I mean, they say teacup, right? And when I heard teacup, I was figuring this little, you know, little thing, right? And I guess he's only like 6-point-something pounds, but it's more like a soup bowl. It's big, but anyway, it's funny. He's perfect
tea
size.
Kettle.
He's a perfect size for doing this.
He is.
He is, yeah, because you can just pick him up and take him.
He's a good companion.
Right.
So he's fun to bring along, and but RVing with pets is something that's totally different, and I'm sure we'll have some videos over time that you know, show what we might do to make that enjoyable, because there are definitely some challenges that we face.
And I'll just touch on one thing. We have gotten some comments about probably my coffee addiction, and yes, it's real, but I try to keep it at bay. But I do have other interests that are quite an extensive background when it comes to the firearms. So we have gotten some comments about my references on my shirts and sweatshirts to firearms and things, and that's the reason. So yes, I usually wear things that I enjoy, and those are definitely one of them. Quite an extensive background with them. So.
All right. So the last thing that we wanted to ask was, what do you want to see? So we're really happy to make these videos, kind of take you along on our travels. But we know that there's things that you're probably wanting to know or see, or maybe you have a project that you're doing on your RV and this guy's already done it, or maybe plans to do it here in the near future. So please leave a comment below and let us know what you want to see. Say hi to Tango the teacup. I'm camera shy. Oh, thanks for stopping by our channel. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Stay a while.
Can I cross my hands?
I guess. You look real approachable. As usual, though. Anyway.
You should pick it up.
Okay. I will. You were a camper. Do you want to talk about... You said no.
You're going to edit that out. You think it's working? It's got to be working. Is it working? Yes, it's working.
Can you hear us?
Okay.
All right. So, what do you want to know about us? I've got you.
Go ahead.
I'll go. I just don't know how far back I want to go. So.
Skip the diapers and just.
No, you're going to see a lot of this and this.
This is good. This is bad.